Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here with another Fan Fridays, and this is kind of a battle I've been waiting for since Fan Fridays started. It's me! So, Pedro here went against me, and I swear I am not a girl. But that's what the game thinks I am, so let's go with it. This battle, I actually remember this battle pretty well because it was one I was pretty sure I was going to lose to a degree. That I feel I made like a lot of misplays and that there was just a bit of luck keeping me in it. So we're going to see what happens. I sent out a Drift Limb. God, it's so crazy watching me battle, watching a battle against me. So this is something that caught me off guard. I was like, alright, Drift Limb, you're going to be bulky. That Thunderbolt did a nice bit on me, so I decided I'm going to go with Minimize. And I was thinking that here, that Thunderbolt did too much damage. It was just a solid open to my Drift Limb, and I just go straight for the Baton Pass. I think, okay, Drift Limb, you might live to fight another day. I'm just going to get that Minimize off and pass it into Snorlax and start setting up against the Goodra. So, Goodra switches out, comes back, and here comes Mega Mewtwo. Or just Mewtwo for now, but this was April friendly, so we know it's going to be a Mega Mewtwo of some sort. So I was thinking, alright, good, this is a free stockpile, I have my Minimize, and now I'm thinking, the way that my Drifblim was, I probably could have gotten away with another stockpile into a Citrus Berry proc, into other things. But we just leave it at that. So Snorlax right now, he's looking alright. Not the healthiest place I'd want Snorlax. I'd like a little more if I'm using Drifblim. So first Power Up Punch doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, but I know time's ticking right now. That is, with the way that stockpile works and the way that Power Up Punch works, we're just going to be matching each other up. So I take a good chunk of damage from Power Punch. Here comes another Power Punch from the Mewtwo. And that one does much more. Like, I swear, that was the first one had to have been like a low-end damage spectrum, and then the second one was a high-end or something. Because the difference in the amount of damage there was kind of absurd. Anyway, I see that, you know, there's the opportunity for another Power Punch that could happen, or that if I rested, Power Punch would be keeping up with me, so I decided to go for, or if I'd use Stockpile, Power Up Punch would be able to keep up with me, so I go for the rest that turn. And Power Up Punch misses, which was just so fortunate for me. So I think, okay, that's my opportunity. Power Up Punch lands, and I'm just kind of like, well, I have to take a risk right now. I have to Belly Drum, and I have to pray I can crunch my way out of this. So my health is really low, and I need the miss on the Minimize right here. And I get it. And that's kind of where I felt like, you know what, I was going to probably lose this battle. I didn't think there would be enough for me to handle the Mewtwo with if it wasn't for that. And then it misses again, I go for another crunch, and unfortunately that's just the way this battle turned out, that the Drifblim strategy didn't go through all the way, but I ended up sneaking out, I will admit, a very cheap and silly win the way that it broke down. So now Xerneas comes in, and I get pretty scared. I'm thinking, well, Geomancy is going to outpace my stockpile. And with the Fairy typing, my Crunch isn't going to be doing a lot, so Geomancy goes off, and I'm like, well, I need to sleep as well, so this is not going to be good at all. So again, I have to rely on some evasion hacks right now. So Snorlax uses its rest, and that's my boy. Snorlax pulling through when I need it to. So I also think that right before this battle, I lost 2 battles in a row to crits or something silly. So I was like, I wasn't happy that I was winning off of just cheapness like this, but it was happening and I was okay with it. I just, you know, I wanted to pull something out. So my special attack falls, which doesn't really matter from the Moonblast. I put myself in rest, so I'm thinking, okay, I kind of need one of these to miss at some point, and then I might be able to pull through. So Snorlax wakes up, goes for the Crunch. I know I have another Crunch left in me after the Moonblast, and I don't feel confident at all right there. So I decided to go for the rest, thinking that, okay, 2 turns worth of damage isn't a lot. 3 turns worth of damage, you know, I can wake up, crunch, and rest. Wake up, crunch, and rest. Wake up, crunch, and rest. And eventually burn down Xerneas. So now, the ally, or opponent, I don't know who to talk in the person representation of, starts using Geomancy, and I'm like, this just got interesting, because the special attack return on using Geomancy twice isn't as much as using it once by comparison. But I know I'm also on a clock here, so that bought me 2 turns from the rest, just to deal a bit more damage. So now Moonblast, though, still not doing half my health. and I'm feeling a bit more confident, but it was a really free Geomancy. So now I get my crunch, and breaks it just below half, doesn't get the defense drop, and here comes another Moonblast, and I'm thinking, well, this is my opportunity to rest. It's not going to have enough. I'm three hits from a KO, so I'm going to need one of the Moonblasts to miss from the evasion that I have built up from Drifblim to really make it work out. So Snorlax enduring pretty well. With those 3 stockpiles set up, it's tanking those Geomancies really well. And here's where the opponent also takes a risk that, you know, using Geomancy, it's only going to have one opportunity to hit me before I get to hit it. And it's not going to be a KO unless it's a crit. So here comes another Geomancy, max special attack on that Xerneas, going for that Moonblast that has the huge power buffs with the stab, with its ability. So we're going to watch how that goes. I avoid it, I wake up and get the crunch. And because of that avoidance right there, that kind of bought me the rest of this battle, because Xerneas doesn't have enough damage to finish me off, and I'm going to be able to KO it on the next hit. So Moonblast is going to land here. And does route about 2/3 of my health, but I have the crunch secured, which secures me the game as well. So this was also honestly the one time that Drifblim worked, that when you're dealing with legendaries in a singles format, Drifblim doesn't generally do too well. So here comes Goodra using Dragon Pulse. Snorlax avoids the attack. I don't think it was going to do too much anyways, just because of the stockpile. So Crunch hits huge because Goodra is not known for its defensive capabilities. That's Flamethrower not doing a lot, and that's me sealing the battle. And honestly, like I said, this was one of the very few battles I ended up winning with Drifblim. I stopped the Drifblim strategy after my 6th battle because I was about 50-50. I was breaking even with Drifblim because, you know, Xerneas, it gets a free Geomancy and then it can one-shot me. I was getting critted a lot. And then also with Mewtwo, all it has to do is Mega Evolve into Mewtwo Y and use Shadow Ball, and then I'm down to 5%. So I was not in a very healthy situation going against Legendaries, and this was one of the battles that worked because of the minimize just pulling through, and Snorlax kind of being a boss. So hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It was against me, and good job, Pedro. I honestly say that Pedro would have gotten the win if it wasn't for 2 clutch evasions. Like that was I got it when I needed it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and I hope you all get ready for one more video for Fan Fridays.